Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Paradise 2 Cents. Yeah, I know it's been a while, but we're back. Apart from WrestleMania weekend, there's nothing quite like Royal Rumble season. The one of the original Big Four pay-per-views been going on as a pay-per-view since 1989. That's also the first time the 30-man Royal Rumble match took place, because the previous year it was a 20-man match for some reason. Either way, yeah, ever since 1989, presence has been simple. 30 men trying to trying to lift each other over the top rope. One person standing. In '93, I think it was. They the winner gets a WrestleMania opportunity for a championship. Most of the time, a main event. 2018, they had a women's match. And also because it's one of the big four pay-per-views, a lot of other uh, a lot of other big matches happen on the card as well. Um, so yeah. Uh, And since the 2024 one is coming up on Saturday, uh, I would like to talk about the ramifications that the 2024 Rumble could have on WWE and wrestling as a whole. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So the main match on the card, besides the actual Rumbles, which we'll get to at the end, is the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. Please split these titles between defending champ Roman Reigns, who's held the Universal Championship specifically for almost 1,400 days, which is insane. Um, uh, the Major Star, LA Knight, the Viper slash J-Pet Predator slash the Legend Killer slash God knows how many names this guy has, Randy Orton, and the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. And just looking at it, well, first off, all these guys are really old. Um, I think the Knight's like 40 or 41. Orton's 43, Styles 46, and Reigns I think is like 37 or 38. Um, so yeah, not that Reigns is the youngest in this match is kind of tells you all you need. Anyway, so originally it was supposed to be a one-on-one between Reigns and one of the other three, um, which would have been determined. The winner would have been, or that other, or the single opponent would have been determined in that triple threat match at New Year's Revolution a couple weeks ago. However, uh, Reigns got involved alongside Uso and Sikoa in the middle of that match. And Nick Aldis continuing his personal feud with Roman Reigns. Just seriously, like, honestly, I feel like these two should have a match at one point because it's starting to get out of hand. Um, uh, uh, told Paul Heyman to inform Roman Reigns that let's fail 4-way at the Rumble instead of 1-on-1. Um, so uh, so Heyman, I mean, first he didn't like that. Told Reigns about it. Um, last week, Friday night, supposed to be a contract signing. Orton, Knight, and Styles were in the ring, and Roman wasn't there. Paul Heyman came out by himself. William was like, "I demand this to be a one-on-one. What the heck? What's wrong with you? All this." Um, um, I was like, if Roman doesn't show up by the end of the night, it'll be a triple threat for the vacant title. And Heyman's like, "What the hell?" He's like, whatever. Eventually Roman does come out after the other three start to fight each other. Just of course they start to fight each other, and then Roman signs the contract, and everything's good, and there's no vacation, thank God. Um. So yeah, that match is gonna be interesting. Um, I don't really see who's gonna. I mean, like, I think it's probably gonna be Roman, but, like, I mean, if I'd pick someone else, probably Randy Orton, I guess. Um, like, out of the 3, he seems like the most credible threat, or, like, not in terms of, like, their overall careers, but, like, in terms of, like, how he's being portrayed right now, in terms of his, um, his credibility as a threat as of this very moment. So, yeah, I feel like Orton is probably the best, uh, bet to beat Roman as of right now. But I still think Roman's gonna win. I think they're gonna at least let him pass Hogan. Um, if they don't, I'll honestly be very surprised. Um, uh, there's one other confirmed match besides the Rumbles going on, and that is the United States Championship match between the crippled Kevin Owens and the defending champion Logan Paul. Paul has not defended his title since Crown Jewel. Um, although Owens and Paul will be on the KO show next week. So that's gonna get interesting. We might not see Owens at uh Royal Rumble due to his broken hand, and I think he got another injury recently. Um, but yeah, so yeah, that Owens could address that on KO show. Who knows? Um, and if that's the case, probably Santos Escobar comes in and replace him because he got second. That's how it works. Anyway, so yeah, uh, that's gonna be an interesting match. Um, I wouldn't, I wouldn't put it past them to keep it on Logan, but I kind of want to see. No, actually, no. If Owen's hand is as bad as they're saying it is, I don't want him to win. If he didn't have the broken hand, I would have said, yeah, sure, go ahead, let him dethrone Logan. But other than that, like, but because of that, I didn't. I'm not doing that. Um, and as for the Rumbles themselves, oh boy, 30 men, 30 women, both about an hour long. Plenty of confirmed entrants already. On the men's side, I think Shinsuke Nakamura's in, Cody Rhodes is in, CM Punk is in. Who else is? I think Bobby Lashley might be in. Yeah, I think Bobby Lashley's in, or at least he like made it made it known that he was likely going to be in because he said he wanted to face Roman or something. Um, other than that, as for women, Becky Lynch I know is in, Bayley I know is in, Nia Jax I know is in. Oh dear God. That's gonna be uh annoying for people to have to eliminate her again. Um, I think Bianca Belair is in. Uh, and that's about it, I guess. Talia's probably gonna be in there because she's been in every single one. Tamina has also been in every single one, but I have not seen her. We have not seen her on television in months. So who knows? Um, uh, plenty, but those are just the confirmed people. My goodness, there are plenty of potential returns, even debuts or re-debuts. As for the returns from hiatus, first the women, and there's gonna be a lot of these. Uh, well, there could be a lot of these. Liv Morgan, who's had like 3 shoulder injuries in the last year, might return. I feel like it's perfect time. She did recently get arrested for marijuana. For trace amounts of marijuana in her car. In Florida. Uh, but the charges were dropped, and WWE has zero. They have zero qualms with that at all. Um, so yeah, I feel like it would be a perfect time for Liv to come back, especially with how well she did last year. Um, almost becoming the Iron Woman, latching from number 2 all the way to the final elimination at the hands of Rhea Ripley. Um, yeah, so Liv could definitely come back. Raquel Rodriguez hasn't been seen in a month. I think she's dealing with like some sort of illness or something. I don't remember. Um, so yeah, she could come back. That would be interesting. Um, who else? Obviously, Tamina, as I mentioned, has not been seen in months on TV. Um, and considering she's been in every single Women's Royal Rumble so far, I would not put it past her to come back. Um, as for uh, other returns from Hayes, I don't really think are going to happen in terms of like active members on the roster returning. Um, I don't really think that either Alexa Bliss or Carmella are going to return from their pregnancy or their maternity leave. Because both of them just recently gave birth like a couple months ago. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think they're gonna be back in time, nearly in time. Probably not until like if I had to guess, it would probably be like Raw after WrestleMania, maybe for both of them, honestly. Because that would be interesting. So I feel like that would be a good time for them to come back. Anyway, uh, other injuries. I don't think Dakota Kai's coming back anytime soon, but it would be cool to see her back. Obviously she's gonna be in that. She's probably gonna. There's, I wouldn't be surprised if there's an Io Sky match. At Royal Rumble. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but it's probably going to happen eventually. Um, so yeah, it's probably going to happen. So I would not be surprised if Dakota Kai gets involved in that. Obviously she's gonna be on the sidelines cheering for Io, holding the belt during the match. Um, so yeah, but I would kind of like to see her actually be in the Rumble because that'd be fun. It's been a while since we've seen her. Um, another person that it's been a while since we've seen. Um, another. Ooh, well, those are. I'll save those for a second. Those are the people we haven't seen in like years, and they haven't been active with WWE in a while. Um, aren't really any other like people that are like on hiatus right now, but are still like employed in the company that could return. I don't think. No, I don't think so. Um, anyway, as for uh, central entity call-ups, um, people like Tiffany Stratton, Roxanne Perez. I mean, she was in the Rumble last year. Current champ Lyra Valkyria, a couple other people. Um, personally, I would like to see, you know, Stratton would probably be my favorite. I mean, she's only been on the NXT roster for 2 years, and yet she's already had a lot of progress. Like she is impressed since her debut. It's only 2 years of wrestling experience, and already she's been an NXT champion. Um, had a great series of matches with Becky freaking Lynch. Um, and also had that funny ranch hand angle with Val Henley a couple weeks ago. Um, aren't really any other NXT people that I could really see getting called up. I mean, unless you count Zelina Vega as NXT because she was on NXT recently, but I don't count her. Because she is a main roster superstar. She just went down to NXT with the rest of the LWO. They're also main roster superstars. Anyway, um, as for returns, from like not in the company, um, one that's been probably the most rumored is the one, the only AJ Lee. Let's light it up. CM Punk's wife, who has not been who's been out of the company for almost as long as Punk was, since 2014. Uh, a lot of people have her coming back to number 30, and I mean, with Punk benching her, his return to Raw after Survivor Series, and there's a lot of people saying it. Hey, I won't believe it till I see it, but I wouldn't put it past her. I really wouldn't put it past her. Also, it would be really freaking cool. Um, Last time we saw Sasha Banks and Naomi in WWE, they walked out of the freaking building while holding the women's tag team championships. Um, since then, Sasha, as Mercedes Moné, has been in NJPW and even showed up at All in Wembley Stadium last year, um, while recovering from a major injury. And Naomi, as Trinity Fatu, showed up in Impact and absolutely dominated. She was undefeated until just recently at the first pay per view, the rebranded TNA. Seriously, this place, this freaking promotion has been rebranded so many times I can't even count. Um, uh, at Hard to Kill, like last week, I think, something like that. Anyway, she finally lost the Knockouts Championship to Jordan Grace. Um, so yeah, and she had a pretty emotional moment with fans afterwards, making a lot of people speculate, is she coming back? That'd be fun. Tampa might be feeling the glow soon. um, yeah, those are the big four. Well, those are the big three: AJ, Sasha, Naomi. And then sort of, and then like Liv is kind of like the fourth one. Um, People have been mentioning Alexa Bliss, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Um, I mean, oh yeah, the fourth one is the other one is Jade Cargill could debut. I mean, she's been signed for how long? Like almost half a year at this point, and she still hasn't debuted. Like, girl, what are you waiting for? Come in already. A lot of people are saying if she does debut, she's gonna get the 2002 Brock Lesnar treatment and win immediately. Um, which would be very interesting. Um, and I'm here for it. But I definitely think either Bailey or Becky Lynch. If Cargill or Sasha doesn't appear in the Royal Rumble, it's going to be either Bailey or Becky winning. Uh, those are what all the signs have been pointing to for the last few months. Um, Recently Bailey is past Becky as the odds-on favorite, so whatever. But either way, both of them are considered the favorites to win this. As for the men's, until very, very, very recently, CM Punk was the odds-on favorite. But with the recent sad MCL and meniscus tear to Seth Rollins, um, a injury that he will address and potentially address the future of the World Heavyweight Championship lineage, um, after or tonight on Raw, opening up the show, by the way. So, about 2 hours from time of filming this, which is about 6 p.m. my time. Yeah, so 8 p.m., 2 hours from now, Seth will open up the show, addressing the crowd, and that could also be a huge shift, because there's probably going to be a World Heavyweight Championship match on the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, because there's been a WHC match almost every single pay-per-view this year. Except for Survivor Series because he was in the War Games match. Um, and I don't think there was one at Crown Jewel either. Um, Whatever. uh, Anyway. Oh wait, yeah, there was. the opening match. Forgot that him and McIntyre went at. Anyway, he yeah. So just hope the best. Hope for the best. Oh yeah, he's probably just gonna try to fight through it. I feel like that would be something he would do. Um, but the usual recovery time is 1 to 6 months. So good luck with that, Seth. Anyway, uh, so yeah, because uh Seth is not, it might not be champion soon, within a matter of hours. Um, the Punk Seth WrestleMania plans will likely be on hold. Um, which would really suck, 'cause they've been building this. But mm, sucks. Injuries will do that. Injuries will do that. It's how it goes sometimes. Um, so yeah, a lot of people thought Punk was gonna win after he came back. Um, before that, Cody Rhodes was potentially thinking of going back to back. A lot of people thought Gunther was going to win, as we set up a champion versus champion match similar to Warrior versus Hogan that one year. I forget which one it was. It was the year when Warrior was the IC title and Hogan was the WWE champion. Um, and Warrior won to unify them both for the moment. Anyway, so yeah. Um, who knows? Uh, Nakamura is also in this. I don't think he's gonna win again. Um, either way, just as for returns, he'll return from hiatus. Braun Strowman could come back. I don't think he will. Probably coming back. He'll probably come back later. Um, I haven't seen Omos in a while. I don't know where he's been. He could come back, I guess. Um, and then it'll be the usual big guy spot as always. Um, who else? Like, uh, there aren't that many other people that are like out with injury. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention on the women's side. This is the one I was like stumbling on before. Sonya Deville could come back from her ACL tear. Don't know. I mean, she did just get engaged, so there's that. Um, she's gonna get married very soon, so yeah, she could make a comeback. Who knows? Should probably save it for after the wedding, but who the heck knows? I don't really care. Um, back to the men's side for a second. One return that everybody wants to see. The long away after almost 2 years at this point, return of Big E. The former WWE champion and Mr. Money in the Bank, after losing the WWE championship in like one of the weirdest circumstances ever, and probably the most consequential, sorry, butterfly effect of Reigns getting changed last second, thanks to Roman Reigns getting COVID. Thanks, COVID. At day one, 2022, Lee Brock Lesnar, who was Reigns' original opponent, who, by the way, was actually supposed to defeat him, which would have changed even more. Um, yeah, Lesnar got turned in the fatal five-way. He beat Big E. Um, really, Seth Rollins was actually supposed to win that title, instead of Lesnar, obviously. Um, but that's tough for another day. Um, and that's already been beaten to death, to be entirely honest. Uh, anyway, yeah. After that, he went back to SmackDown, teamed with the New Day again, got dropped on his head by Rich Holland, and well, may never wrestle again. But I would love to see him come back a la Edge. Um, as for some other people that might be coming up from NXT, Mr. Braun Breaker, come on down. I would like to see you soon. Um, Billy Dragunov is having an NXT Championship match, so his prospects of potentially coming up to the main roster s- are probably but for now. Um, I guess probably Raw after WrestleMania, maybe before then, maybe after or right before Chamber. Who knows? Um, uh, who else? Yeah, there aren't really. I mean, Dragon Lee could make a return to the main roster, although he's kind of in a feud with Obafemi right now. Who else, man? Like, I don't really think there's anyone else from NXT worth noting. As for uh returns and debuts, Matt Cardona / Zack Ryder could come back. Um, which would make sense because his wife Chelsea Green, I'm not gonna do that again. Is already in WWE, made her return last year. Um, uh, there's still those freaking dirt sheets of Okada potentially coming back. Um, or coming to States, from New Japan. I'm pretty sure his contract expires later in the year, but okay. Um, whatever. Uh, The Rock go could be in the Rumble. I don't think that's gonna happen, but a lot of people saying that's the only way that we're gonna get The Rock versus Roman, which I don't agree with, but whatever. Um, uh, and like, and who else? Uh, I mean, going back to NXT, Baron Corbin could get called up again. That'd be kind of cool. I'm surprised he hasn't been called up yet. Um, then again, all this could be changed tonight on Raw. Who knows? Um, yeah. Uh, lots of speculation going around. Uh, turns, debuts, re-debuts, um, injury combats, call-ups, um, speculation around the championship matches, speculation of the future after tonight's Raw with the Seth announcement. Um, and yeah, that's about it. So, yeah, hype for Rumble season. I'll be watching it Saturday. Um, and yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, everyone. It's time. This is Payride checking out.